Hello Gainers, I'm Ralphie and welcome to my channel called Fitter Philosophy, in which I discuss practical experience-based stoic philosophical things that are non-academic and put into practical context. And my subject today is ancestors. It makes a change. Not often ancestors are really discussed in this particular channel, but ancestors can explain an awful lot about ourselves, because we are the genetic inheritance of those who have gone before us. And the way to look at it is this: we see how much we are moderated, conditioned, groomed, and get our social norm references from the societies in which we live, particularly senses of morality, sense of purpose, sense of decency, sense of honesty, sense of criminality. All of this is quite complex, and we get that from the society in which we live because we are part of it. But we tend to overlook the fact that we are the collective inheritance of our immediate ancestors, our mother and father, our grandparents, 4 of them at one point, great-grandparents, well, there's 8 of them, great-great-grandparents, oh, we're up to 16 now. That's quite an inheritance, and it is a known, registered scientific fact that as much as we may inherit the colour of our mother's eyes and the ears that our dad's got or our cousin or uncle's got, the colour of the hair might be prominent in the family of a particular shade of brown, black or red or blonde or whatever. These are the familiar characteristics that run within the family, but also running in the family are the less visible characteristics. The genetic inheritance of temperament, of nature, of tolerance, of proneness to specific diseases, of propensity to alcoholism or gambling addiction. And I would say that at a fairly early age, it's a really good idea to have a look back through the family archives. See what your family have achieved, see what they've been good at in life, because the chances are that you could be quite good at that too. So for example, a good illustrative example, if you've had a grandfather who was a successful motorcycle racer, you may find you have an interest in motorbikes, and you may find yourself becoming a motorbike engineer or a motorbike sports passionista. These things do happen. But there's one other part of genetic inheritance that very rarely gets talked about, and I want to mention this so as you're aware of it. And that is the fact that we inherit the echoes of the experience of our grandparents. Now, there was scientific inquiry in Sweden, where in Sweden they have particularly long-lived parish records and fairly accurate, detailed records. And they found that in certain part of Sweden, not that long ago, there was children who had a propensity to overeat, despite the fact that they were normal children, that they had a normal environment, a normal childhood, and that they were exercising, that they were living outwardly a healthy lifestyle, but they were simply continually overeating. And they couldn't get to the bottom of this. And they discovered, when they examined more closely, that this was a geographically specific group to a certain area of Sweden. And that kind of narrowed it down, so they knew they had to find a link. And they found it. And it was in the parish records. And it turned out that the great-grandparents of these children experienced one of the worst famines in recent Swedish history. Very bad famine, very geographically specific. And it affected the great-grandparents, and it would affect the grandparents, and then it would skip a generation, because epigenetics does that, and then it affected the children, despite the fact there was plenty of food available and accessible. So epigenetics is far more interesting than we're led to believe. There is our nature in epigenetics. A lot of explanations as to the people we are, our weaknesses, our strengths, our achievements, our lack of achievement, our patience with other people, our impatience, whether we extrovert or introvert. A lot of this is not of our own choosing. It is what we have inherited in our genetic makeup, which, because it's not physical, up until very recently has remained invisible. I want you to be aware of that. Have a think about it. Check your family archive. See how you get on. I'm Ralphie. Thank you for watching. I endorse this message, and I'll see you soon, you wonderful people. Keep that philosophy fit, malt mates. That's my other channel, my whiskey channel, malt mates. Ralphie.com. It's my whiskey channel. See you soon.